Right, the visual sound cues feature was great while it lasted. User Sir Chugga Chugga wrote a paragraph about how he thinks the visual sound cues feature needs a nerf to its range, and that when a player has it enabled, their regular audio should be turned to mono. And to that tweet, a Fortnite dev replied with the eyes emoji. And unfortunately, I think we all know what that means. There is likely no turning back from this point.
What do you mean they're removing visualized sound effects? And even more to the point, what do you mean it was because of some random guy complaining about it on social media? A user by the name of Sir Chugga Chug made a post which has since been deleted, but it basically said that visualized sound effects being removed from the new arenas mode is a good idea, and visualized sound effects needs a huge nerf.
Do y'all know visual audio on Fortnite? Well, some random person on Twitter decided to complain about it. To put their complaint simply, they basically said that it should be nerfed, and a Fortnite dev replied to that tweet with the little looking eyes emoji. So now it looks like Fortnite might nerf or remove their best accessibility feature to please some rando on Twitter.
Alright, I'm stepping in on this one. This controversy has to be the stupidest thing I've seen in a hot minute. Oh, no, not this. I'm talking about this. Let's be 100% for real right now. This take from Chugga Chug is 100% valid. And everyone complaining about it is just a bunch of sweat-filled losers who want to win every match they play. If you can't already tell or haven't read the tweet, this YouTuber, Chugga Chug, who I interviewed recently, gave a very valid statement and opinion claiming that the option to have visual sound effects is too overpowered and needs a bit of a nerf. Funny enough, the team at Epic responded to this tweet with a simple... And of course, Twitter's response was to completely annihilate Chug. Hell, I even got a comment complaining about it under a video talking about this same subject. I'm gonna set the record straight here. I believe and agree with Chug's post, and I do think this is something that needs to be fixed. But why? Let's get one thing straight here. Visual sound effects are not meant for regular people who play the game. It's meant for hearing impaired people. Despite that, of course there's gonna be people that exploit that. And of course, when one person does it and realizes how it gives players an advantage, everyone will start doing it. And hey, this also includes my ass too. This option is not something that comes included right away with the game, but instead it's something that you have to go out of your way to turn on. So not everyone knows about this. In fact, I totally forgot about this. It only recently became apparent to me after watching the Odd Ones Out's video of him playing Fortnite for the first time.
So I decided to ask a real human for some help, and my friend Rush told me, hey, did you know there's a setting you can turn on that lets you visually see what direction noises are coming from? What?
If you already don't know, which I don't know why you wouldn't, visual sound effects, as the name implies, shows you a small indicator of certain actions happening either near you or a distance from you.
Dude, back off.
This is supposed to replicate the same effect when having audio cues in the game. This can really come in handy if you are unaware of someone being in the same vicinity as you, as it can even indicate when someone's fucking walking near you with these footstep icons, which gives you the advantage to know when someone is near you before they even make a move. Quite literally giving you a spider sense. I don't think I need to explain why this is so broken. Having the ability to literally see an action happen before they are even near you is so broken. Especially since when you take consideration that Epic eventually buffed this setting so that it can even reach farther than it did before. This in turn takes away the randomness and overall fear of a fresh new match. Before visual sound effects were even a thing, you had to really perk your ears to even know when something was happening. And if you were in a building and you heard those footsteps nearby you, you were on your toes in fear, waiting in anticipation for them. You wouldn't exactly know where they were coming from, which contributed to the fear of the randomness. But now, like I said before, you are given this sixth sense ability, and now there is no more fear, because you already know where someone is coming from. Look, Chugga Chug isn't saying that visual sound effects should be blown off the face of the earth. He's simply asking for it to be toned down and nerfed a little. But the Fortnite community, being what it is, completely misinterpreted this tweet and attempted to annihilate this take. It was even more hated because of Epic's response to this tweet simply being the eyes emoji, somewhat insinuating that they might take this into consideration. And that's when the videos came along.
Now try not to act surprised when I tell you this, but a Twitter complaint is what got us to this point. What do you mean they're removing visualized sound effects? And even more to the point, what do you mean it was because of some random guy complaining about it on social media? You don't know visual audio on Fortnite? Well, some random person on Twitter decided to complain about it, and now it looks like Fortnite might nerf or remove their best accessibility feature to please some rando on Twitter.
Fortnite try not to ruin the game challenge. Level impossible.
Look, Chugga Chug isn't here to ruin everyone's time in Fortnite. In fact, he actually pushes for Epic to make changes that will better the game. Hence why he talks about OG so much and their problems. And for so many people to call him a nobody while also literally bashing on him for just having a simple opinion really makes you question if these people can even read. Because again, he's not asking for it to be removed, he just wants it to be tweaked. That's all. Battle Royales in general are meant to be random, with each new match playing out different than the last. And if you add a setting that gives you the ability to know what's coming, then how do you expect it to be exciting?